Is this played? Is this for show?
This piano doesn't work. I glued every single key to stay in the up position so that my children do not grow to love music and become or aspire to become musicians. So I keep this thing, I keep it glued open so they can't play it. See? I'm fucking kidding, dude. My name is Cameron Duddy. My friends call me Cam. You can call me Cam. I play bass and occasionally drums in the band Midland, a band I started with my two best buddies. I think creativity it's almost like a radio frequency that you have to be willing to receive. And the way to do that for me is to be in a peaceful place. This is an important place to receive the creative frequency. When we moved out here, there was an opportunity to start a new life out here in Texas. I'm from California. It's where I met my wife, and we wanted to start a family, and having this type of lifestyle would afford our children a unique opportunity to grow up the way that we didn't. This is my abode. This is the original porch. We didn't redo it when we redid the home. Wanted to keep a certain patina to it. I felt like if we redid the porch, it would feel too new. This is the kind of stuff that I find makes a house a home. Come on in. One thing you'll notice is that we designed this place to have a ton of glass. So just these giant glass front doors, big old windows. Any given time of the day, you're looking at a different texture of the land. You've got the oaks out here, these pastures out here, the occasional farm animal. This is my grandparents' piano, quite pretty. It's just fun to gather around this thing, and my kids love to play it or hammer on it or whatever. But I find writing on this piano is an important exercise to break out of playing guitar, which is my number one. And you'll find different things on a instrument that you're not super familiar with. So occasionally write on this thing. More often than not, we're having a glass of wine or a tequila and hanging out here, telling stories and tickling the ivories. This is Remy. This is my best good girl. We found her on Christmas Eve in Driggs, Idaho. She was at a kill shelter, and they had her wrapped in Christmas tree lights, which now looking back is kind of inhumane, but it got our attention, and she was a puppy, so we saved her, and my mother-in-law saved her litter mate sister. She's not as fast as she used to be, but her bark is still very loud, and we use her as our built-in security guard. She's a good dog, man. Every home needs some sort of animal presence, I'm convinced. There used to be a lot more nude women in photographs and paintings and stuff, but we kind of dialed it back a little bit. Being a lover of the female form and the velvet painting in general, which is its own thing, right? Anybody who digs velvet paintings knows that it's just a completely different art form than painting on canvas. I think for most people, they come in here and they're kind of shocked. But I think the idea, especially with having our kids around, acclimating them to this kind of thing makes it so that they don't get all weird later on in life, seeing somebody without their shirt on or whatever. Very European of us. This, my favorite Western artist in the whole wide world. His name is Logan Hajij, and I turned Bruno Mars onto Logan's paintings before I met Logan. I was just a fan, and as a thank you for linking Bruno with his art collection, he bought me this study. This is one of my most beloved and coveted pieces of art. It's tiny, but it gives you a real sense of Logan's overall style. In fact, we've got a couple more of his paintings in the hallway here. So, first thing in the morning, as I'm brewing the coffee, I turn these guys on. Beethoven, Mozart, Bach, whoever's on here, it might not be hi-fi, but I think it's got the vibes. I'm turning into my dad. Classic music, man. It's hard to beat. These guys knew what they were doing. Listen to that guy just fucking going off on that little... If you aspire to cut above the rest, I strongly suggest a espresso machine. This is the perfect thing in the middle of the day where you've got the afternoon slugs, you just housed a giant sandwich, and you need to pick me up for that last charge through the end of the day. I think a lot of people are intimidated by the process. It's quite simple. You let it make the thing. Here, the grounds are here. You do one of these guys. You flatten it down like a pancake. That goes back up here. This locks in here. We got enough water. We're gonna put it in I Love My Yaya mug. And wait for the liquid gold to come out. You wanna smell that, John? These are decent beans.
That's good.
Yeah, I think that this is your workhorse. This is the Ford F-150 of espresso machine. Now, if you swivel around here, you'll see my favorite marquee piece of art in the entire home. I want to remind everybody, I am not an art snob. I am a simple caveman, but I think a good piece of art, the only criteria is, does it speak to me? This, it really speaks to me. When I saw it, I had to have it and I had to put it up, and it makes this entire room, it sets the vibe in here. My friend Kyle Delato is the artist behind this painting here. In my opinion, one of the fast rising young artists. So if you've got a couple hundo, check out Kyle Delato and grab his art before it becomes way too expensive and out of your league. That's what I think. That's actually got a cute little story. That guitar, my bandmates bought that for me for my birthday 8 years ago, before Midland was shipped, before our first album. And I think it carries a unique sound quality. So, you wanna hear it?
Yeah.
That's your E chord. You know, guitars and musical instruments are like, it's the same thing as your house. It doesn't have to be the most expensive. But, you know, if you can find harmony with it, then you're in for many a wonderful experience. We're gonna have to do like a calendar of all my quotes. A lot of cooking happens over here, a lot of conversation, congregating, energy. So we kept ours pretty open so that you can come in and out of here. A big centerpiece. I believe this is dolomite. Yeah, don't go too thick on the cut of your granite too. It's much more contemporary and in vogue to go with a thinner piece. Again, I am for hire through Huckberry's website as a consultant. One of these little features is the no slam. And when you don't hear a drawer slam in your home, you know you've made it. I mean, it's not a home unless it's occupied. I love having people here. I love sharing it. Whether it's my buddies down the street or bandmates, you know, we play poker out in the cabana, make a pizza or smoke a rack of ribs. We definitely created this place to host. Follow me. This is a guest bathroom, and this art happens to be my art. I guess this kind of tells you how my wife feels about my art. She stuck it in the guest bathroom, but I quite like it. And you can appreciate or not my art while you're taking piss. Harper made this lamp. Her mom was a ceramic teacher. So they're really good at it, and I find it's pretty cool to get your hands dirty into some clay. Anyway, that's what that is. This is, I don't even know what this is. People have seen their own fate in this painting here. Don't stare at it too long, but right behind you, this is my favorite nook in the whole entire house. This is just a moment. It's very cool. No one sits in that chair. It's more for looks, but isn't that cool? Nice wood paneling. Further in is a very cluttered, tiny little library. And I don't care if you see it, but this is just real life, folks. You know, your best intentions in the coolest areas of your houses will accumulate your kids' toys and unfolded laundry. So just lean into it. Come here, Barbs. Come here. Yeah, girl. I'd never thought I'd have such a comfortable, personal space. Kind of always thought I'd be sleeping on a mattress on the ground, but this is a good place to be in the morning. She's just going nuts. I mean, this dog. When you're designing your own space, like, you gotta have a mood board and you aspire towards it. Now, one of the things that we wanted was this style of tile, but couldn't afford it. So Harper, being the artist and ceramicist that she is, decided that we were just gonna make them. And so this took us months firing them in our own kiln and finally putting them in. Anything can be done on your own. You just gotta watch the right YouTube videos. I'm very lucky. We have a sauna and a cold plunge out here. I won't bore you with the health benefits of a cold plunge. So, get hot, get cold, get on with your life. You wanna get this? Throw the old tennis ball around. If you're having the worst day and you see a dog retrieving a ball, I think it generates some sort of endorphin flow. So watch out for manure and chicken shit, but we're gonna head out to the guest house and see my office. Really enjoy and have enjoyed making this space my own little sanctuary.
Do you feel like it's important that you have this creative space that's separate from your house? Do you feel like when you come in here, there's more intention, or?
I think your intention, it can be set no matter what your circumstances are. It just depends on how hungry you are for it. Not everyone gets this. And for a long time, I didn't have this and had to eke it out any which way I could, anywhere I could. I think you can will yourself to do anything anywhere. But if you have the opportunity, I personally find separation from the house is important because I can shut the world out and just focus in here or walk around, getting behind the drums or picking up the guitar and just staring out the window and having a little reset. that kind of thing. I practiced that for 4 hours before you guys got here. That's a photo of my dad, Chris Duddy, there, letting her rip, sometime in the mid-'70s, San Fernando Valley. I keep that thing framed to remind myself where I came from. You know, we all morph as we get older and are exposed to different, you know, people and places. But that guy, that's where I came from. He's the reason why I'm into film and music. And he was really the tip of the spear in being the first generation of the Duddys to take the risk and go and be part of filmmaking. I thank him for that, for sure, giving me the fuel to believe that it can be done, because he did it. But before him, he didn't have anybody that had done it. So he was really a pioneer and brave for doing that. Like, I never thought I'd climb to this station where I could have my own desk and a view of a beautiful wilderness and not but one house in the whole panorama out this window. I relish it and I enjoy it, and I'm grateful for it. And that's why I'm happy to share it with people.